Senator, one of the things that a lot of the American people right now are so frustrated by is instead of focusing on issues around the economy, tax reform, health care reform, we're all talking about Comey and Russia. To what extent is that impacting your agenda? Are there things that you want the American people to know that you're working on while everybody else is distracted by these other things?
Yes, because I think the United States Senate, anyway, is pretty good at compartmentalizing what we're doing. We know there's a very important investigation going on. We know that it's caught the attention of the American people. We know they want facts, and the Intelligence Committee is where those issues are being resolved at this time. In the meantime, the rest of us are working on other issues. We've actually spent 3 days a week for an hour and a half together as a Senate Republican conference talking about health care now. I think we've done that now for 3 full weeks. And this is a huge amount of time to spend on one particular issue with literally 52 members participating. And I really think we're getting someplace. I think the basics are coming together. And I'm still optimistic that we've got a pretty good shot at getting something done. But it's not just the health care. It's a matter of tax reform, and it's also the budget itself and the appropriations process. You know, if there's one thing I could change up here, it would be the appropriations process. It has not worked in 43 years. It's only worked 4 times during that time period in which we could actually pass 12 appropriation bills. Why in the world do you keep doing the same thing over and over again if it's not working the way that it was supposed to? I think we've got to be able to simplify the appropriations process so that we actually vote not just on defense and non-defense discretionary, but actually on the entire budget.
But with
and
all
that
due
means rather than
respect,
1.1,
Senator,
but on $4 trillion.
With all due respect, you talk about appropriations and the need to reform it to the average American, people who might have voted for you or members of your party. They don't care. They want you to improve their health care. They want you to bring their health care costs down. They want you to raise their wages, create jobs, reduce their taxes. You talk about the health care reform. When? When will you guys vote on something? When will you get something to committee?
I think when it comes to health care, I think we'll have a pretty good shot at least I think leadership would love to have something done before the July break. But personally, I think people would rather have it done correctly than to have it screwed up and sent through to the American public saying, there, we did something. So I'm more interested in taking our time, doing it correctly, and actually improving the health care system. You've got to be able to stop this upward trend in the prices. In South Dakota, our prices have gone up 124% since 2013 on the individual market. It's supposed to go up another 40% next year. That's not sustainable. And so when we start talking about doing it, let's not just throw something together and throw in and say we did our job. Let's do it right this time. Let's not do the same thing that happened with Obamacare, where they came in, they put the best thing they could at the time together, knowing full well that it wasn't the right thing to get done, and that it was simply another step forward in terms of perhaps a single-payer system.
Right.
That does not work in the United States. We want a competitive product that'll actually stand the test of time.
But, Senator, isn't it true you only have, what, 40-some days left to actually get work done for 2017? You want to get it done right. How long does getting it right take?
That's going to depend upon how long it takes us to get 50 votes out of 52 in the United States Senate.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to take to get it done. So, I think leadership is moving in the right direction. They're saying, look, we're not going to put a time frame on this. We're going to do the best we can to stabilize the markets, to stabilize the rates, to help people that have no place else to go right now. So what if you can't do it in the next 40 days? What are the implications if you can't do it in the next 40 days then? Then you will see Obamacare continue to crumble. You will see it actually implode.
What does that mean for your party?
It means that we will not have gotten the job done that we wanted to get done, but it means that we will not have been able to have fixed Obamacare, which is exactly what we've been saying is going to happen from day one, which is it is going to tear this country apart in terms of the cost of health care.
You're comfortable with that. You don't get it, hypothetically speaking, you don't get it done. It means you didn't get the job done. You should lose seats then in 2018, and perhaps you guys, your colleagues in the House, they should lose the House then, right? I mean, it's a...
No, what you're talking about is an entirely different issue. We're talking about taking care of the American people. Just for a second, take politics out of it and just talk about what it takes to actually fix the system for people that really need the help. Start thinking about what it takes to help the real average American out there who has seen their health insurance prices go crazy.
Right.
Think about people that are paying more for health insurance now than what they're paying for their house mortgage. If we focus on that and forget about the politics in this thing, then we're focused on the right thing. And that's what I'm seeing in the United States Senate. We care about the price of health care for people. We care about the quality of health care for people. And that's what we're trying to fix. Obamacare is not getting it done.
Right.
It's there. It's in front of us. We have to be able to fix it, and that's what we're focused on doing.
Do you have the same kind of battles, would you say, within the tax reform package? Do you have the same kind of fight? And is this going to go to the wire just like health care? I'm talking about a border adjustment tax, the deductions, et cetera.
I've actually proposed that we just do a flat 2% reduction in tax rates across the board. The average South Dakota family would end up with about an $800 a year savings as a down payment on true tax reform. But then move from there. I like Ron Johnson's idea about zeroing out corporate.
So in other words, yes, the answer is yes.
Taxes.
You've got a lot of different ideas, and you'll have the same kind of fight then. All right.
Absolutely, no question about it, but that's the way the system works.
Senator, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Senator Mike Rounds there.